Hello VibeCast family. Welcome back to another edition of the hottest news and insights across Africa and the world. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and join the conversation in the comments. We love hearing your thoughts. Now, let's get into today's big story. Burkina Faso has officially pulled the plug on the Target Malaria Project, a Bill and Melinda Gates-backed initiative that aimed to fight malaria using genetically modified mosquitoes. The project's idea was simple but groundbreaking: release male mosquitoes that carry a gene designed to reduce mosquito populations and, in turn, reduce malaria transmission. But the government in Ouagadougou wasn't convinced. They've ordered all GMO mosquito samples to be destroyed and locked up project facilities. Why? They say the risks to biosafety, transparency, and ethics are just too high. Civil society groups had also been raising their voices, saying communities were not properly consulted and the long-term ecological effects remain unknown. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting, and closer to home for us here in Nigeria. Across Africa, and especially in Nigeria, we're dealing with a very real crisis: malaria resistance. Mosquitoes are becoming resistant to insecticides. Some strains of malaria parasites are now resisting the very drugs we've used for decades to treat it. Experts are worried that the tools that once saved millions of lives are losing their power. And here's the big question that nobody wants to ignore: could genetically modified mosquitoes somehow be linked to this growing resistance? We know resistance develops naturally over time, that's science. But could interventions like gene-drive mosquitoes be accelerating it in ways we don't yet fully understand? It's a question researchers, governments, and even communities are starting to ask. Supporters of GMO mosquito projects argue that this technology could be a game changer, cutting down malaria cases and saving countless lives. After all, malaria still kills hundreds of thousands in Africa every single year. But opponents warn: what if tampering with mosquito genes destabilizes ecosystems? What if only a few species are wiped out and others fill the gap? And what if this ties directly into the resistance we are now observing in Nigeria and across West Africa? So where does this leave us? Nigeria and other African countries are not folding their arms. We now have the Oxford R21 malaria vaccine rolling out. Biopesticides are being tested. And integrated malaria control programs are gaining momentum. But none of this will work unless people trust the solutions, and unless governments act transparently. And for everyday Nigerians, there's something very practical we can all do: continue healthy sanitation practices, sleeping under treated nets, washing hands, keeping environments clean, and using preventive tools like repellents and sanitizers. So, family, here's the reality: malaria is becoming harder to fight. Burkina Faso's rejection of GMO mosquitoes has sparked a bigger debate across Africa. Are we solving malaria with innovation, or are we opening doors to new risks? And could the resistance crisis in Nigeria already be pointing us in that direction? Whatever the truth, one thing is clear: the fight against malaria must continue, and Africa cannot afford to lose this battle. That's it from me today on VibeCast. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think genetically modified mosquitoes are the future of malaria control, or should Africa be more cautious? Let's hear from you. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, and keep vibing with us.